What's up, you guys? My name is Mason Molden. I am a freshman at Texas Tech University, and today I'm going to be tackling the question of how have Texas Tech freshmen adapted to living on their own and away from home. And we're going to be doing this by conducting some interviews of my friends, and we're going to be doing primary research to answer this question and just get different perspectives and real-life honest answers from these college students here at Tech. And without further ado, I hope you all enjoy the video, and I hope this answers this questions and any kind of concerns you may have, and give some insight and advice to what to expect or what to prepare for on your next chapter in life. Now, guys, before we jump right into the video, I wanted to give my own personal opinion and feeling on this. I know for me that moving into college, getting settled, registering for classes, going to these classes, and trying to balance like my friends, family, sports, going to church, and just managing my workload, I have felt super stressed personally. I know that a bunch of my peers have felt the same way, but I know I have put a ton of pressure on myself to try and balance all of it, and it's been a super stressful situation. But I wanted to throw out an interesting statistic. According to arnthealing.org, Campus Unlonely, they say that 2 in 3 college freshman students feel alone, misunderstood, shy, and lonely. That averages about 67%, and that is a huge percentage of college students. Now, I did want to throw one more out there that according to imagineamerica.org, back in 2019, there were roughly 20 million college freshmen that enrolled for their first college semester, and they said that 39% of students suffered a significant mental health issues and crises, while more than 40% of those college freshmen felt depressed, alone, and they had difficulty functioning. This is because they just had trouble balancing their life and they just didn't know what to expect, and they put a bunch of pressure on themselves. Now let's actually hear from some college freshmen here at Texas Tech University. Okay, I'm currently with...
I'm Luke Gubelhaus.
And what's your major?
I'm double majoring in business management and marketing.
Awesome. Okay, the first question I have for you. How far do you live from Texas Tech University?
About 6 hours. I live in the Austin area.
All right, guys, I'm here with...
Caleb.
And you, what grade are you in?
I'm a freshman.
And what is your major?
I'm a finance major.
All right, the first question I have is, how far do you live from Texas Tech University?
I lived in Georgetown, Texas, which is around 6 hours away.
All right, guys, today I'm here with...
Riley Henderson.
And what's your major and what grade are you in?
Business management, freshman.
The first question I have is, how far do you live away from Texas Tech?
I live in Austin, so about 5.5 hours.
All right, guys, right now I'm here with...
Cade Collins.
And what is your major and what year are you?
I'm a biology major and I'm a freshman here.
All right, my first question for you is, how far do you live from Texas Tech?
About an hour and a half, 100 miles.
All right, guys, I'm here with...
Jordan Wilton.
And what's your major and year?
Elementary education and a freshman.
Awesome. The first question I have is, how far do you live from Texas Tech?
I live about 3 hours away from Texas Tech in New Mexico.
Now that we've heard introductions from everyone, let's get into the real questions. Okay, the next question I have for you is, how have you adapted to living on your own and away from home here at Texas Tech?
I'd say I've adapted okay. I mean, there's definitely a lot of changes and a lot of different things where, like, your parents aren't making all your food for you and not washing your laundry and doing all these different things for you. But I'd say overall, I've adapted well because I've surrounded myself with people who have helped me.
The next question I have is, how have you adapted to living on your own away from home so far?
It's definitely hard because I'm so close with my family, but you kind of just gotta do what you gotta do.
How have you adapted to living on your own away from home?
I think it's definitely just been harder to adapt living on my own because I don't have things like my own laundry room, kitchen, and I'm in a smaller space in a dorm with 2 other people, so.
What do you think has been the most difficult or challenging so far?
Definitely like the work overload and having to wake up early and go to class when it's freezing outside.
In your opinion, has been the most difficult or most challenging thing that you've had to adapt to?
I think just sticking to habits, staying focused on school and not just doing whatever I want and not just like going and hanging out with friends instead of studying and just stuff like that. I think that's the most difficult.
All right, and then to follow up, what's been the most difficult or challenging so far?
I think the most difficult part is I came from a really small town, and moving into this city has been very challenging for me.
Now, I don't know about some of y'all, but I know for me that the most challenging things have been keeping my habits and staying on top of them and just trying to balance everything. Like I said earlier, work, school, homework, classes, church, all that stuff. I think most challenging for me is just keeping up with my good study habits, doing stuff on time, and not procrastinating. How would you say your mental state has been so far?
Mainly pretty good, but in terms of whenever I have like a big project or presentation, I get pretty stressed to that, and especially when I'm presenting it. So for the most part, all right.
Okay, and how would you say your mental state has been so far?
I've been pretty stressed out.
How would you say your mental state has been so far?
I don't think I've ever been more stressed. There's just so much work. So yeah, honestly, just stressed.
How would you say your mental state has been?
I would say my mental state is definitely stressed because not just like the living on your own, but also just the workload of school and everything.
Now that y'all have heard from my friends and myself as well, I know one word that is just said throughout the entire video and that last segment a lot is the word stress, stress, stress. And I just wanted to back this up by some research and some statistics that really show like how many of these college freshman students are experiencing stress at some kind of level. I know everyone's experienced it a different way, but from classrooms.com, according to the American College Health Association, 45% of college freshmen are experiencing high levels of stress. So low, medium, high, they are experiencing high levels of stress. Now, 12.7% of college freshman students are experiencing tremendous amounts of stress. And it is estimated now that that number has only grown and grown along with that 45%. It is estimated that both of those numbers are just continuing to grow. And that is just a huge number of college freshmen around the United States that you just think are experiencing some kind of stress and their first year of college. All right, and then after that, what has helped you the most?
I'd say what's helped me the most is definitely the people that I've spent my time with and who I like surround myself with. So family and friends for sure.
Sweet. What would you say has helped you the most?
Probably knowing my roommates before I went to college.
Has helped you the most through this time?
I think just like community, like the people I surround myself with, help me like stay focused on school and like help me know what the right thing to do is and like know when to do the thing.
What has helped you the most?
I think just communicating with my family and friends from home to just like help me get through it because I miss them so much, and just staying productive.
Guys, that is something I just really would love for y'all to know is that throughout those interviews, you hear people talking about what's helped them the most is surrounding themselves. And I just really encourage y'all to surround yourselves with like-minded people that are going to lead you in the right direction. Because I know for me, it has helped me so, so much. And I'm so thankful for the people that are around me and help me get through this new chapter in my life. What advice would you give to other Texas Tech freshmen or incoming students?
Find something to do that keeps you motivated. That's the big thing.
What advice would you give to other TTU freshmen or incoming students?
Don't take any morning classes past like 10 a.m. or before 10 a.m.
Okay, and the last question I have is, what advice would you give to other Texas Tech freshmen or incoming students?
I would say for anyone going to Texas Tech or just any freshman going into college, just be aware of who you surround yourself with a support group that can really have the same ideas and interests as you.
What advice would you give to other Texas Tech freshmen or incoming students that are getting ready to move off to college?
Find your people, like really connect with your roommates. Find the people that you think are going to be the best, most beneficial to you. Like not just people that you think are fun, but people that will challenge you and make you a better student, a better person.
Guys, that's something I cannot stress enough is surrounding yourself with those like-minded people. Again, from classrooms.com, according to the American College Health Association, 69% of college freshmen experience some level of homesickness. That's just about 7 in every 10 students. And I really think this advice given is something very useful. And I hope y'all are able to use it and y'all liked this video. I just wanted to thank y'all for watching and wish you the best of luck.